or we'll just jump straight into it?
Well, we can just jump straight into it.
What is the name? What did the guy say? What did that particular person say? Do you recollect the tweet? Well, anyway, people who know the tweet, if you're on Twitter, you'd have known the tweet we're going to talk about if you're on Twitter. So, guys, we really don't know the episode we don't know what title to give this, but I think eventually we're going to title it. Maybe it's going to be Dear
We'll figure. No, you know what? You know the title as we go along.
Yeah, or Dear. No, well, the title is going to be obviously on the, when you're about to play what we're talking about. That's it.
Yes.
But right now, that as we're here, we've really not figured it out. But we're going with the flow. So,
quick backstory.
Exactly.
So, started on this tweet, some months back, where someone said something in the lines of, "Oh, I wish I could actually meet gay men that are not always interested in talking about sex. Now I want to meet people. I want to meet gay men that talk
fashion.
About fashion. Yes, it's true. Sex and fashion. I want to meet people that talk about politics and stuff like that."
No, he said no. It goes like this. I think he go. On a bet, I wish I could find the tweet, or we could take time to find the tweet. But it goes something like, he wish he met more queer people that talked about much more intellectual things apart from sex and fashion, and which is what pieced every. I think it's that coining of the phrase intellectual, because in my mind I'm like, so you think talking about politics is intellectual, really? You get that kind of thing.
Arguing about Buhari is intellectual.
Yes, imagine talking about Buhari.
I'm not supposed to even be saying. I'm supposed to say his name out loud.
No, God, no.
Oh.
It shouldn't happen again.
Next time it's going to be bleeped.
Yeah, it's going to be bleeped. Like, very unimportant personality. No. So. Yeah. No. Yes, and one other person like this.
Who must not be named.
Ew. Shall his name get in here? I'm sure you guys can already figure out who this person is. If you remember. No, I'm not even going to give you a clue to who this person is. The person at AO. So, when I saw that tweet, I was just like, nigga, change your circle, your circle.
So I think that we've actually figured out our title. So the title of today's message, brethren, is "Dear gay man, dear queer Nigerian man, change thy circle."
Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to say, I don't know how, maybe we should put it, maybe it's a dear gay man or dear queer man or something.
Dear queer Nigerian man.
I don't think it's people should just change their circle. If you desire something, then you should change. Okay, now there's so many problems with that tweet. Number one, what is being intellectual? What's the definition of someone that is intellectual, or why do you think talking about fashion is not intellectual enough? Well, I don't know about talking about sex, but why do you think talking about fashion is not intellectual enough? What is intellectual in your own dictionary? Yeah, but
I honestly feel like it was just him trying to be. I don't know if the phrase has ever been invented, but more like, doing this whole superficial shaming kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So it's like, people always talk about sex and fashion, they're so superficial.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's more like it's something that's somehow become a stereotype of almost every single queer man living in Nigeria.
And even if it's a stereotype, in my mind, I'm like, what is wrong about talking about sex and talking about fashion? I don't think there's anything wrong about talking about. Yeah, acting it like if someone talks about fashion, if someone is in the fashion industry, what do you want the person to talk about?
Even that doesn't even feel like anything. So here's the thing, right? You are busy complaining that all every gay person ever talks about is sex or fashion. Have you ever asked yourself, dude, are you sure it is not a you problem?
Exactly.
I mean, if you are constantly, okay, let's just say now, for instance, right? Imagine maybe somebody coming to complain now that, maybe a CSET now coming out to complain and say, all a lot of Nigerians always talk about is football. And it's like, you find that people that actually complain about stuff like that are usually surrounded with friends that talk about nothing but football.
Exactly.
So use the same ideology. If all you've noticed is that almost every queer person within your view within your 360-degree view is only talking about sex, maybe, just maybe, it is not them. It's you.
I think it's more of a you problem.
It's
like
a you problem.
It's you. Take a look at the mirror. Because in my mind, there are so many things that queer people. Because when that statement came out, I was just like, who are these people talking to? Who is this person talking with? Like, I mean, there are so many things to talk about.
It is most likely that the person in question, the only connection he had with his friends was sex.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I feel that when someone makes that type of statement, trying to feel intellectually superior, he's intellectually lame. That's what I feel. Because in my mind, I'm like, if truly, what's the word? You are what you attract, or something of that nature. You are what you attract.
It's basically this. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
I don't really want to use that phrase because that phrase can be somehow. But what I'm just trying to say is that if you desire people, if you desire like let's say for example you want business like people around
business-minded people
around you. You want business ideas.
Your attitude and everything you do.
Yeah, you seek out people with business ideas.
Exactly.
If you want fashion ideas, because I don't see anything wrong with fashion. Shout out to all my stylists, all my moires.
Same people that make your suits, but you are welcome.
So, if that's what you desire, you seek out those things. So I just feel that this person was seeking out physical attributes from people. And I mean, if you were seeking out physical attributes,
maybe eventually he got bored. It's okay to admit that maybe at some point you got bored, but don't make it look like everybody has a problem.
And do you know why it's annoying when you say all gay? Is it gay people? Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
All gay people talk about is he's looking for whatever you're trying to get, like trying to put all queer people, all gay people inside a particular box. And I'm like, change your circle. That's it. Because I mean, there are people. Look, there's so many queer people are everywhere.
Let's face it.
Queer people are
in a large. Okay, sorry. I'm cutting you short.
Okay. Queer people. Okay. Go with your own first. I'll put my own point.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's like this, right? The queer community is large, but even within that large community, there are smaller bubbles, smaller social bubbles. If your bubble is, some bubbles are populated with, hookups.
Yes.
The only
Twitter. Nothing wrong with you, but there are freak Twitter. There's nothing wrong. That's on people's bubble.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Secret patronizer.
Yes, it's okay to have meaningless sex.
Oh, patronizer is secret patron.
And if that guy that said he only has meaningless sex and cannot have sex with the same person, shout out to you too, because we're enjoying you people's story. Yeah.
So you have those kind of bubbles. Free Twitter. You also have some other bubbles too. You also have bubbles where what connects them together is art. Dance. Some people actually bond over music. Case in point,
I think
the people you are listening to. People connect on. There are a lot of reasons, a lot of opportunities to bond, aside from just sex and fashion. So if your complaint, I still stand by what I said. If your complaint is that all gay people talk about sex and fashion, it is most likely that the only way you have been connecting with gay people is through just sex and fashion.
I am most likely you'll be meeting them via Grindr.
There it is.
Yeah. And okay, so what I wanted to say, I'm like, queer people are everywhere. We're in fashion, we're in music,
we're in medicine.
We're in medicine, we're in the police, we're agberos, we are in the village. Yes, yes, we're agberos. Yes,
Do you remember that New Year's Eve celebration?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
Like you guys hear this? I remember like just turning my head like in this keke, waiting for it to like load up because we were coming back from church and all of that. We're supposed to be heading home, and like I remember just sitting with him. I didn't know he had this shock look on his face. He turned my head like, look over there, and niggas, what I saw. Two keke drivers being very intimate to each other's beards. Things that you never see on a normal day.
Yeah, So I mean, we are in all fields. So if somebody is in a particular field, I can't like if you're in medicine, it's most likely all you talk about will be medicine, something related to medicine, or something related to law. Or I mean, we go to work. Where I
do you get?
Like you're in comeback. Look, in fact, just if you're somewhere and you just talk about Nigeria, you're going to have so much to talk about.
That conversation is not going to end for like the next 3 hours.
Yes, I mean that's the easiest way to connect with the average Nigerian. So for you to say, so it's either you have been meeting people who are in the fashion industry only, which is not bad. Then if you feel that you no longer want to talk about fashion, then you yourself should move.
You need to know where to look.
You exactly move away from that circle and find another one, not making it look like no, everybody is into fashion. Darling, not everybody is into fashion. Yeah, maybe people who are into fashion are loud, because I mean creatives are expressive of their art or whatever they do. But I mean if you are hooking up with somebody who is into fashion, they are going to talk about fashion. So hook up with somebody that is into Bitcoin so that you can be intellectually stimulated to create wealth.
As in,
I mean, so
it's in with me.
Yeah, so that's it. Change your circle. If you want to have fresh perspective of things, fresh conversation of things,
then meet people.
Then meet new people.
Meet new people.
Don't bash the people that you are presently meeting. There's nothing wrong about there's nothing wrong about talking about sex. There's nothing wrong about talking about fashion.
And you know the funny thing, even the people that even the same person that is even shaming somebody said like, what you talk about is sex. I'm sorry, don't you have they fuck? It's a very important question. You know they fuck. You like dick.
I say you like to. So yeah.
Own it.
So own it. So don't make it look like no. Well, if that's, I don't understand. Wait, because in my mind, if you're like, oh, that's what we talk about. So let me imagine. So in one space of what I'm just going to be. Okay, what do you wait? Is person trying to say that all they talk about is like people who they hook up with? Is that what he means by sex? Because I'm trying to wonder how people talk about sex. Because sex is about how do I want to expatiate on that? Is it a theory? Is it a thesis?
So you want to break it down to like the kind of styles you use?
Do you guys talk for like 2 hours about how you're unbuttoning the shirt?
Extensively about
it. How the different sizes of dicks. Oh, this one is curved.
I mean, even to play devil's advocate for a bit, I would like to even believe that even if you're going to talk about anything sex related, usually something that you basically open the pot, look for like a few seconds and close. Like at best you are maybe making a reference to something. Okay, maybe for instance you're talking about something and it was connected to like maybe some terrible sex experience, and that comes up. It comes up, you make a reference to it, and before you know, everybody has moved on.
Maybe what he means is that maybe he's saying that when he meets with people, they are usually talking about their hookups. But in my mind, I'm like, cishet men do that too. Have you been among cishet men when they're talking about their sexual experiences?
Or how they like made the girl scream to high heavens, and meanwhile, she was faking the entire time. But stay for another day.
So yeah, guys. So I don't know what you guys feel. Do you think that's all we talk about, or that's not all we talk about? Do you think we are right that the person should change?
Do you think we are overreacting?
We are overreacting.
Not like we'll apologize to, but I mean.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I remain Charles.
And I'm still Rowdy.
Yeah, and you guys just finished listening to.
We don't have a name for this podcast.
Yeah.
Bye.
So